Listen up! It's going down! The Piledriver podcast! Let's go! We from the O! You need to know! We got Mike, Vince, and Tony on the show! Piledriver! Piledriver podcast! It's the Piledriver podcast!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is your boys, and we are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world. To my left is the main man, Tony Forge, and down low
What's up?
is Stabby Vince. I see it. I see it in his bio. We'll talk about it real quick. And I mean, obviously, at the end of the show, I plan on bringing it up. But yes, sadly, today. Everybody that I've read, every article I've read said was happened last night, actually. So regardless of when the legend, the ECW original Sabu has passed away, my man literally just did a death match like 3 weeks ago. So
Last against Joey Janela.
Yep.
Yeah,
dude.
Barbed wire rope match too. So yeah, it was real.
I saw some
real
clips
sad
where
news.
he took some fucking face bumps into the barbed wire. My man was going nuts. So rest in peace to the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal maniac Sabu.
Hell yeah.
One of the reasons I got into wrestling.
I was gonna say, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about Sabu as we get on, but we got a lot of local stuff to cover. We had a grand weekend between the three of us. Vince holding it down for the PDP in West Virginia, and your boys here, where we were accompanied to NEOPro by a very special guest this week. But let's hop right into RSW.
Man.
We did get some real big nasty news coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about
yeah.
this. I don't even know if Tony has seen it yet. He might have, but he might not have either.
Oh yeah, you put it in the chat and all that, right?
Okay,
Or
right.
Vince did?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I saw that shit.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. On Friday night, Vince, let him know what happened.
All right. So let me explain something before we get into it. So after some thought, we all know Vinnie Maverick won the Haas tournament. Well, he had his number one contendership for the Internet Championship, and it was supposed to be against Matt Taylor, the guiding light there at Mother's Day Mayhem 7 in Elkins, West Virginia. Well, unfortunately, Matt didn't make it. Well, Tim just said, all right, that's enough. And with him and the rest of the management, they decided to give Vinnie Maverick the title at first. But Vinnie is one of the ones that does not want to just take anything not earned. And then as he's talking, sitting there trying to explain himself, Trevor Gage comes out and just starts running his fucking mouth. Pardon my French, because I just don't like these guys in the unappreciated. But anyways, they ran their mouths for a little bit, and then a match was given, and in the end, all it took was one splat of a nasty quake, and we have a new RSW Internet Champion, Big Nasty Vinnie Maverick.
Nasty boy.
Love it. Congratulations.
Love it.
I gotta tell you
deserved,
guys,
man.
I marked out a little bit. I jumped on my chair and I did his pose with him.
Yes.
But
Okay.
congratulations, Vinny.
Congratulations, Vinny. I'm sorry to cut you off, Stabby. She's in the chat. I can't believe I didn't lead with this. I fucking apologize. I'm a horrible, horrible, horrible person.
We all didn't care.
Happy
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all of the wrestling moms out there. Donna, thank you for everything that you do. We appreciate you
Yes.
so much, so fucking much. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. You are definitely appreciated. You are definitely loved and cared about. But yes, we were pumped. Vince hit the chat with this last night or Friday night, and we were fucking excited, dude.
Yes.
Big Nasty. There's no more of a hardworking man than him. He deserves it. So I'm fucking hella proud of him right now, and I can't wait to see. I know that there is a nice connection. I know that there is a good I don't know the good word. The management at RSW and the management at Mega Championship Wrestling, they are cohesive. They are friendly. They are on the same page. Maybe, just maybe, you see Vinny defend this title in May.
You never know.
It could happen.
And,
we've seen EFW titles defended on Mega. We've seen Infinity Championships defended elsewhere. So they're not about not doing interpromotional branding, of course. So, Friday night, Vince, what else happened out there? The mall venue looked really cool from your point of view, like where you were at up top with the camera. It looked like a sweet little action spot.
It was cool. It was very intimate, very tight. A lot of people around. The balcony was really cool. A lot of people up top, getting a good view up there. They filled it. I mean, for what it was worth, they filled it up pretty good. And it was also, I want to point out, it was part of the Tiger Wrestling Federation down there, so it was kind of like a cohesiveness. I think it was more of like a collab, I believe, but I wasn't 100% on that. I do want to shout out the people from Tiger who were very willing to show me around when I first got there. But yeah, another thing we saw that evening that was very up there on my list was Kryzak versus Vance Desmond. I mean, we've seen a new Kryzak coming out with this no hair, big mustache, tough guy, vibe. Vance was joined to the ring with his daughter Fiona. And it was a great match. Like straight up, these dudes are super technical. They kind of work the same, so they know one for one, tit for tat type deal. Right. There got to a point where Kryzak was, basically trying to kill Desmond, and Fiona got involved, and Kryzak ended up hurting Fiona. I believe pushing her away, twisting her ankle. And I'll tell you guys, Vance is a big father figure, big, dad, daughter, dad. My bad. I should let Mike chime in on this. Yeah,
he's a big girl dad. I get it.
Big girl dad.
Right.
I've seen him show up. I've seen him before in the ring, just messing around. He is very, very much, about that dad life. So I can't imagine going through, what was going through his head.
He was mad.
Pushing him down.
Oh, he was mad. I've never seen such fire in his eyes. Yeah, that was one of those things I just couldn't believe what I just saw. So hopefully Fiona heal up quick. I mean, there was a couple other good matches. The Feisty Boys were Saturday Night Special. Those guys put on a really good show. Two of my favorites. I love Big Hungry and the Appalachian Oddity. And then seeing Marcus Twist and DD Vice, those dudes are always rippers. And they put on a banger. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take the win. Feisty Boys retaining.
Nobody's able to take them titles from the Feisty Boys, it seems like.
Right.
They're running through everyone.
Even the buffets.
Even the buffets.
Damn. God.
Yeah. I don't know if you want me to go through the rest of it here.
I mean, whatever you got. I don't want to, we don't want to, we still got Saturday. I want to talk about Saturday, obviously, in Harrison County as well, because we did get, the West Virginia debut of Bear City Vice. We did get Colt Johnson's title shot at Sidewinder. There was a lot that happened. So, we can get into that. And then after you get Saturday, we have Saturday news as well.
Well, you just want to get right into it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cool. So after all that, then the very next day, we ended up going to the Harrison County Parks and Rec down there, Clarksburg. And this was a stacked card. Genuinely speaking, I always love going to Harrison County. So very welcoming community. So the fact that they put this on for their community for free, I just love that. So it's actually special to get to work those shows. A lot of tag matches at the show. I mean, we started right on the top with Misery Inc. versus the Golden Boys. V Daniels and Troy Lock are quickly becoming some of my favorites, but they're also just so mean. They're just so mean, you know.
Assholes. They're so good, but they're assholes.
They're just so. I mean, I had the pleasure of ring announcing, and I was trying to get out of the way after the Golden Boys had joined us in the ring, and V almost was chasing me a little bit.
Man,
I was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm not playing around with these guys. I can't discount my boys though. I do be loving Jimmy James and RJ Jonesy. They put on a great show. Both these guys, both these guys on both teams, they're just great people. Watching them wrestle is like clockwork. They really know each other, especially because these guys have wrestled each other a bunch. The Golden Boys weren't able to pick up a dub. Misery Inc. walked away with the win. They're on fire. They're on fire right now. So I want to see where this goes because I kind of feel like we're going the route of Misery Inc. wants those titles back, so they're working their way through the ranks while the Feisty Boys are working their way through the ranks, and I think we're just gonna end up colliding again. And then going into the second match, Gen Z versus Chris Onyx. Onyx killed this boy. Gen Z is not one
no
to
longer
back down from a fight, but I don't think he knew what was coming for him with Chris Onyx, and I will say it was a clean fight. Chris definitely putting on the work, but there was a point where Chris kicked Gen Z in the head, and I was like
a drive-by or the Claymore?
drive-by,
yeah, I got drive-by. And I was like, yep, there goes his head. He's dead.
Yep.
But Onyx taking home the win on that one. I'm just, I can't say it enough. Chris Onyx is on fire. He's literally just been tearing through everybody lately. So I'm excited to see what happens at this upcoming show we got. But again, we went right back into another tag team match. This is what Mike was just talking about. We saw the West Virginia debut of Bear City Vice, Detective Norm, Deputy Vito. I think I got that mixed up. Deputy Norm. No. No, I was right.
You were right.
Yeah.
You were good. You were good.
And then they were going up against Saturday Night Special. So I got to see Marcus Twist and DD Vice back to back, 2 nights in a row. I was like, okay, after the first night, like they just went through the Feisty Boys, like they're gonna be hurt and they're gonna be, no.
Right.
I watched my poor good friend, even though he frisked me, Vino Mozzarella get suplexed almost through the canvas. Nice little fisherman style, just sending him straight to the ground. That match was wild, boys, because at first they were trying to arrest Didi, and then they were all over the place. But I will say that I hope to see.
You can't arrest Didi.
You can't. I mean, the human double wide. You'd have to have at least 2, if not 3 pairs.
Sets of cups, like triple double, triple them up.
So, Saturday Night Special, bringing home the dub on that one. I want to see more BCV down in WV, so let's make that happen. If you hear me, Tim. And then I'm gonna chuckle at this because sometimes I forget, sometimes we gotta remember our crowd and everything. And I announced this as we always should. This was the Fire Ass 4-Way. I'll tell you, boys, I hit it, giving them the announcing, this is a Fire Ass 4-Way, and the whole crowd got really quiet.
Oh.
Oopsies. So maybe next time I'll have to think of something else. But this was putting up Dominic Dallas Star versus Ace Morgan versus Marcus Rucker versus Vance Desmond. I want to point out, too, that at the beginning of the show, Vance came out. And remember how I said he was pretty upset? Yeah, that carried over into the very next day. He actually took mic time away from me. He was pleasant about it enough, But the word, what he had to say at the beginning of the show was nothing good. He was very upset, and unfortunately, he took his frustrations from Kryzak's, poor decisions the night before out on these three boys. Rucker, Starr, and Morgan did not stand a chance. They put on a good fight. Vance Desmond.
Violent
They
Vance
call him
Desmond.
violent for a reason.
Violent.
Huge win.
Dude, look, I probably said this at least 5 times before on the podcast. The very first time I saw Vance Desmond, he was the fucking RSW heavyweight champion, and Dustin Alexander was trying to get it. And our very first show was at Parma at the same venue at the what is it, the VFW or the American Hall of Legion. What is it, Vince?
American Legion 703.
American Legion, yes. Dude, and he curb stomped Dustin Alexander on a cinder block. That was the first time I ever saw Violent Vance Desmond, and I fell in love. Like, he was phenomenal. And just, he toned down a lot. And now it seems that Kryzak has fucking brought.
He's gotten a little older.
No, I don't think it's older. I think he's.
He got a little wiser.
Yep.
He got smarter.
Yep.
And
right.
pulled this out of him. And I don't think that's fucking smart for Mr. Kryzak.
Nope.
Who is a killer. Kryzak is a killer. He's a killer in his own right. But Violent Vance Desmond is on another level.
Yeah, no, and I would definitely be weary if I was Kryzak, because I wouldn't mess with Vance and his daughter ever. So the next match, again, I was, I love tag matches, so just the amount that we got to see in one night was really cool. I was almost like, man, we should have just had like a little tournament going on, but there was so many matches anyways. But this ended up putting 2 out of the 3 of the unappreciated versus one of their own, Logan Taylor and Zeke Mercer. This has been some animosity building up over some time here at RSW, and it kind of boiled over at this moment. I will point out that sorry, I don't mean to laugh, guys. Trevor Gage had to be wheeled to the ring to accompany his boys, Johnny Duff and Muscles, because he got nasty quaked by our boy Big Nasty.
Big Nasty.
So I don't know. I got a little chuckle out of that. Anyways, this was a match. You can definitely tell that Logan Taylor wants to rip these guys' heads off. He just wants Trevor, though. He wants Trevor. That's who he wants. He doesn't care about Johnny as much as Trevor. He doesn't care about Muscles as much as he cares about Trevor. Like, he wants Trevor, but Trevor always slips away. He always puts his cronies on it. So he brought Zeke Mercer and they put it on. I will point out that he was playing possum the whole time, and Trevor ended up being able to walk. Hey, there's my boy. That's the dude right there.
Congratulations, big fella. I'm proud as fuck of you. We said it earlier. I mean, we already gave you flowers at the beginning of the show, but hell yeah, you're here now. We'll say it again.
Just wait, boys, because I got more for you. So, especially regards to Big Nasty. We had a little bit of intermission. Oh, by the way, let me finish. I didn't finish that last match. So even with the cheating and all the other, bull crap, Zeke Mercer and Logan Taylor able to pick up the big win there. I was actually really impressed. I will say that as much as I don't like them, Johnny Duff did do a beautiful moonsault. I was like, okay, he did good. He missed, but it was still pretty.
He missed.
Then we had their intermission, and then there was 4 title matches. And I get excited when you have shows like this because I love seeing title matches. The first one was for the PWL title. This was putting OK versus Lane Callie. OK walked in as the champion, and unfortunately, he did not walk out.
Oh, no.
So I will point out that Gen Z did get involved in this match. He distracted OK by taking his crony Papa Pig and killed him.
Wait, what?
So OK comes out with his friend Papa Pig.
This is a real person?
Very good friend of his.
That's a real person?
No, it's a pig. It is a plastic pig.
Okay.
It's about
Okay.
about yay, about yay, and he loved him. And when I say loved him, I mean it in the past tense because he is now dead.
Oh no.
Gen Z smashed Papa Pig, and that was enough to distract him. And Lane Callie ended up picking up the win and is now your new PWL champion. And then
Congratulations to Lane Callie.
what's that?
I said congratulations
Yes.
going out to Lane Callie.
I believe that he was actually
He was
the
a champ before.
Yeah, he was, I believe. So this is now his second reign, which is great. I love seeing that, getting that
Nice.
title back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a text message from our boy Mike today, and I got a little kick out of this, and I'm really excited to talk about it because I did kind of forget about this from the night before. So the next match was for the tag team titles, and of course we know who the tag team champions are. I already told you guys that the Feisty Boys retained. I got to see the Sun Dogs for the second time in a row, but the joke is that I am Jason Kincaid's kryptonite.
I saw Tommy's picture.
Oh my.
And I saw Tommy's picture, and Jason Kincaid was in the ring, and I was like, "Oh shit, he showed up! Vince finally got to see him."
So yes, I did finally actually get to watch Kincaid in person. Great worker. I was very impressed. Him and Johnny Youngblood are probably one of the more unique tag teams I've seen in a while. It's like a surfer gimmick. Like it's I love it. I love it. They're surfers. They're just killing it out here, doing stuff on skateboards. I just laughed to myself because every time I was supposed to see Kincaid, I never got to see him.
Yeah.
So unfortunately
now you got a double dose.
What is that?
I said now you got a double dose. I
got a double dose, and I got to announce him to come out. I did not tell him the joke, though. I didn't think it was appropriate.
Immediately.
I kept the mystique. I mean, if you want to tell him the next time we see him together, you're more than welcome to. I just kept the mystique. So they did not have enough juice in their tank to win. Feisty Boys walking home the winners still. This was the match I think everyone was excited for because no one knew what was going to happen. So Vinny Maverick now being the new internet champion, he got to actually put his title on the line immediately after winning it. So RSW decided to bring in the biggest person they could find.
Oh,
and when I say that,
I heard about this. We're very familiar, Tony.
The music hit. No one really knew because I don't believe that he had ever been down to this part of West Virginia.
I believe it's his debut.
So yes, making his debut and going after the internet title that Vinny Maverick just won. It is the Berserker, Paxton Calloway.
Let's go.
I want to tell you.
Maverick versus Paxton Calloway.
That's fucking nuts.
We've seen this match. We know it goes hard.
Boys, yes. It went super duper hard this time because one, we got a fresh champion in the eyes of Vinny, but he worked the night before. Yeah. I don't know if Paxton did, so Paxton might have been a little more fresher, but these guys put on a slobber knocker. And I was just losing it the whole time. I was so excited watching this because everybody else was too. The pop that Paxton received coming out was absolutely amazing. West Virginia loved him.
I can only imagine that he had to duck under that entryway.
He did. And
I mean, Paxton's a fucking machine.
Yes.
He's like a shoot almost 7 foot, like 6'10" or something, right?
Like he's legitimately fucking 7 foot.
Yeah, he's legitimately.
As told by me, he is indeed 7 foot tall and over 400 pounds, and that's the way we'll stick with it. But don't forget that Vinny Maverick, his weight is none of our damn business.
That's very true.
All he had to do was hit that nasty quake again for that 1, 2, 3.
I did see that as well. Able to pick up the victory. Nasty quake. Moonsault for the win.
Big dub. Now this was a match. This next one, guys. We saw Colt Johnson versus Theo Strong for the RSW Heavyweight Champion.
I was gonna say this was Colt's win. He got that win. He, to give him the heavyweight championship title shot. This finally got to cash in that opportunity, so to speak. I saw that he was not victorious.
He was not, but in all sense of the terms, neither was Theo. Chris Onyx ended up getting himself involved here, boys. And he claymored Theo, took Colt out, and then put Theo on top of Colt. And the referee, Stevie G, couldn't even see it because Colt had accidentally knocked out Theo, or my bad, knocked out Stevie G with Theo after he picked him up.
Oh,
got kicked in the head.
Well, that's only setting up the animosity from Chris Onyx for the main event that's coming Saturday in Parma.
Exactly, boys. That's exactly what we saw, and I just couldn't believe it. He was nice enough to ask me for the title. Chris is a very nice man, but I don't know. When you see gold, sometimes it changes a man.
Oh, definitely.
But I got beef with Theo now too, Tony.
Yes, I do want to point out, Mr. Theo Strong, next time you want to disrespect me or my clothing with my cat on it, we will be speaking outside. Mr.
Vince got
Sideshow
beef.
Bob. Sir.
Sir.
Onyx in the chat, my boy Colt Johnson, Mega Fan X, saying Onyx robbed him. Colt was so nervous. Vinny said, seems like you had a great time down in West Virginia, and we do have, like we said. Oh, just realized I was watching in a comment. What do you mean? What do you mean, Bobby? Is there more than one? Which one were you watching? What were you watching?
What do you say?
Anyways, Bobby said, just realized I was watching and commenting on the wrong stream. Congrats, Vinny.
I
wonder what was he commenting?
What stream was it?
I want to know now.
Yeah, I'm like, because we get the YouTube comments too, if that's where you were watching.
I wore a special hat for Bobby.
Oh.
I don't even know if he saw it.
I stream it to my page, and it says on my deal, a viewer comment won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it's friends. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's where Bobby was at. So Bobby was watching.
I need to change that.
Yeah.
So it's
Tony.
not friends only.
Yeah, Tony.
My bad.
Look. He said didn't rob him. He just had a receipt coming his way for Parma the last time, and that's going to bleed into Parma this time. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about RSW coming weekend at Parma on this the 17th, I believe, is this Saturday. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about what Tony and I did last night. Whoa. So if you haven't, if you've been living under a rock, Colt Johnson and Dontavio have been at odds for weeks and weeks and weeks. Dontavio's went as far as to show up to turmoil. He's went as far as to put hands on wrestlers when he's just a fan. He, last week, went as far as you can possibly go as a fan, jumped the barricade, and tried to attack Colt Johnson during a match.
He got his hands on him. He got to him.
I understand he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
I understand that, he is trained. He knows what he's doing. But when you pay for a ticket, you have to stay on your side of the barricade.
Right.
So, rightfully so, Brandon Xavier was fucking pissed. He demanded an apology. They knew we were coming. They knew the Piledriver was in the building. We don't miss a NEOPro. We're there all the time. But I mean, we're there in some aspects of this. The Piledriver doesn't miss a NEOPro. You know what I'm saying? We're there to cover the NEOPro shows. We always have been since day one. Just throwing that out there too. But I got a text. He said he was coming for an apology. Hey, going to NEOPro. I said, you already know it. He said, I'm coming with you. I said, all right. So yesterday it was time to roll. The Ohibal Chief showed up at my house, and we rode together. We got there, and it was It was a lot of us. And,
it was a lot of us.
We were there was the mega section. It was intense. I mean, the event was intense. So we're going to talk about the event, and when we get to, Don Tavio had already had plans to address Cole Johnson, but now Brandon was expecting an apology as well. So
it was a sweet venue.
It happened right after intermission, and we're going to talk about that. New venue for NEOPro, the Dome, SSC, the Dome. I've been in something very similar. Zoe played indoor softball, so it was in something very similar to that. It's really cool, Vince. It's really cool.
That is cool.
They can pack this motherfucker out if they could.
Yeah,
you could get 1,000 people in there easily. And like it'll look nice. Like they have some like there's
upper end seating around the edges and stuff. Like it would look really good.
It would look good. So they do this right. They could kill this venue. It would be great for them. But last night, first show, got right into it, man. I mean, NEOPro 3, as advertised, right there in the middle. Enzo Mori, the real one, formerly known as Enzo Mori. I don't know if we looked it up yesterday too. It's actually been almost 10 years since Enzo's been released.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We didn't think it was that long, so it's been almost 10 years. I believe Tony put these in order because he's the man.
I think I did.
We started the show out with the IW Guide podcast pre-show attraction. Point Break, the team on the left, I do not know their individual names. And Ohio Ronin on the right. The dude in the gray hoodie was really good. I liked him a lot. Michelle, she already knew. She saw us rolling deep. We rolled deep. Yeah. And it is the new home. It is the new home of NEOPro, the Dome. So
I didn't know that. That's their.
They are not going back to the fairgrounds. They will be. That is the new home.
Oh wow! Right. They're not going back to the fairgrounds.
Good for them.
No, they will now be at the Dome from now. So I heard that last night.
Cool.
So I'm excited about
room
that.
for expansion, man.
This match was okay. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Like I said, I liked my favorite out of the four. I didn't know anybody. It was probably the dude in the gray hoodie. He put on the dude in the Hawaiian. Look, I was just about to say that, Bobby. The dude in the Hawaiian shirt got Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, he did.
He fucking hated us.
For no reason.
Well, Beck Reeves is the dude in the brown jacket, Jose, right? Beck Reeves is the dude in the brown jacket on Ohio Road. I don't know the dude in the gray hoodie.
Beck Reeves, case closed.
Yeah. But yeah, the dude in the Hawaiian shirt fucking hated us. Like immediately as soon as he came out, me and Tony were kind of just sitting there talking, and he like got in my face like, "Dude, shut up, don't cheer." And I was like, I wasn't cheering. Like
he was like, you were talking during the match. He's like, "Hey, don't talk during our match." Like,
yeah, so yeah, he was not good. But they did end up picking up the victory. Point Break getting a win.
I just hate that it's like one of my favorite names of a movie. And
dude, I said that too. I was like, I fucking hate that's their name, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I don't think I've ever seen Point Break.
Really? Oh, you probably have. You just didn't even know it. Like it's got dude Patrick Swayze and
Keanu. Got Patrick
Keanu Reeves. It's
like
it's such a good movie. You've never seen it?
They robbed the banks with the president's
so.
masks on. Oh,
are you kidding me?
That's the president mask movie? No, I've never seen it. No,
Tony,
they made a remake actually.
Yeah, I know they. I haven't seen that shit either.
It wasn't bad either. I watched it like I was fully expecting. Like I was like, this is gonna suck because Point Break is one of my favorite movies, and it was actually not bad. It definitely wasn't as good as the original, but it wasn't bad. But yeah, it's a great.
I love Keanu Reeves.
I don't think I've seen the new one, but the old one is
yeah, the old one's fucking Johnny Utah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Oh man, I'm gonna have to sit our boy Tony down and make him watch
it. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll have to do it. Right. Watch it at the.
But yeah, so the next match coming up, we had another Indie Wrestling Guide podcast attraction. BAX, the team that we've seen a lot, versus a team of, some guys that just kind of got together recently. The Lone Rangers. Shelby Wilder, the IW Guide champion, Mikey Montgomery, and Sammy Suntimer. This match was exactly what we expected. Yeah, like It was exactly, yeah, like, I can't, I got nothing bad to say, but I don't really have anything great to say. I love Zay Garcia. He's probably my favorite on BAX. Shelby Wilder's great. Mikey's pretty solid. Sammy Suntimer ended up walking out towards the end of the match, did one of these events, kind of like, I'm over this shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good. The Lone Rangers did end up picking up the victory. So, but the fact that he kind of left, I think my favorite thing about this match was we got to meet Peach's cousins, because everybody came out on a horse. Obviously Shelby came out on Peaches. I believe the other one's name was Bananas and Apples. So
that's just Bananas.
Yeah. So then he told me he had another one named Oreo, and it was a black and white horse. So
that just throws it all off.
Yeah. But yeah, they were able to pick up the win. It wasn't a bad match. Vic didn't do anything super, super crazy this time.
Thank God.
No,
Zay Garcia got taken out at one point and got him and I believe him and Mikey fought to the he tried to introduce a weapon and Malcolm Cambridge came out and Malcolm Cambridge and Zay ended up fighting to the back. And
that's right.
Vic Weiss and Sid Von England took the pin there. Or Sydney, I'm sorry, not Sid Von England anymore. But the next match, Vince, was one we were actually looking forward to, and we found out on the way in that, the card subject to change was not going to be happening. Katie Arquette going one-on-one with Jessica for the NEOPro Wrestling Women's Championship. Katie walks out to the ring. Jessica informs us all that Jessica is not here. She did not show up.
What?
She instructs Mike Contos to count to 10 and declare her the winner and the new NEOPro Wrestling Women's Champion. Mike counts to 10. Mike declares her the winner. Ron says, unfortunately, the title cannot change hands on a countout or a forfeit victory.
Mike Contos runs away as fast as possible.
Yes, and still, Katie's flipping out. Which leads us right into the next match, obviously, because Derek Dillinger had accompanied Katie. Derek Dillinger one-on-one with Wilbur Whitlock. I don't really know how I feel about this.
It's hard to comment right now.
It's exactly because of what happened in the night.
Does Vince know?
I don't think so.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, he don't know
nothing.
nothing.
I know nothing.
All right, so we'll just talk about the match.
Okay.
All right. Derek Dillinger, Wilbur Whitlock had a pretty good solid wrestling match. Two vets, two doing their things. At one point, I don't remember what it was. Something hurt Uncle Wilbur's knee. I mean, Derek had been attacking it the whole match. We know Uncle Wilbur's got a bad knee. He just came back. He had surgery. Derek's a crafty veteran. He's not stupid. Attack the knee. At one point, Uncle Wilbur goes to stand up and falls down. Porter O'Shea throws the X, indicating that Uncle Wilbur is freaking hurt.
Wow. We know never to throw it unless
Derek
it's severe.
Starts attacking it even more.
Jesus.
I don't remember how Uncle Wilbur got kicked out. Like somebody came and helped. I forget who came out, but somebody came and they eventually got Derek out of there after he destroyed Uncle Wilbur's knee. Uncle Wilbur, I think, came back at some point. He fought. He fought back.
Yeah, he fought back. Weird. He was somebody ran out and he was fighting off a few different people, I thought, and he did
he RKO'd. He hit Katie with the cutter.
Okay.
He hit Katie with the cutter. And shit, Bobby, who else just came out?
He stomped Dillinger's leg or something with a chair. He got up on the second rope and did a stomp or something. It was crazy.
Right. he got.
We're like, okay, so is his knee hurt actually, or what? Did he feign an injury for some reason? Like, we were very confused on what was going on.
Very confusing. And I don't know how I feel about it because the whole.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it now.
So look, and like Bobby said, you would think that Vince only when severe, you throw that up. So
right. That's what we were all saying.
Like get up and kind of attack Derek Dillinger afterwards. Yeah.
Like, why couldn't he continue during the match?
In all fairness, Derek Dillinger won.
Yep.
So Derek Dillinger picks up a victory. All right. Vince, I know that you were upset that you missed this one. Catch Inc. defending their tag team championships against members only. PME and the team that we hate the most, Studio 86. This was a great four-corner frenzy match. At one point, I will say that Studio 86 tried to make the smartest move in a four-corner tag team match that I've ever seen.
Let's hear it.
Bill Martell. It was Maserati Rick fighting, I don't know, Skyler. I'm just going to say a name. I don't remember who it was. Skyler. Maserati Rick tagged Skyler. So technically,
yeah, I can't remember.
The legal men in the ring were Studio 86.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did we freeze?
Sorry.
Sorry.
That was great though. It's because we all got to think about it for a little bit.
Yeah. Bill Martell tag lays down, and Maserati Rick tries to pin him. If he pins him, the match is over. But Maserati Rick still won. So of course, Studio 86,
right.
Smartest move I've ever seen in a fucking four-corner frenzy match. Like, why has nobody ever done that? So, anyways, it gets broken up.
Guys I've ever met.
Yeah, it gets broken up. A lot of back and forth in this match. Skylar and Gavin are going. Ken's out there trying to cause distraction. At one point, she smacked somebody. I think it was one of Studio 86 guys. But it came down to Cash Inc. delivering a 3D to one of the members only. Studio 86 sliding in the ring, dumping Cash Inc. out, and seizing the victory. And new tag team champions, Studio 86.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, sir.
It's not April Fool's, guys. Like, right? We're
not April Fool's. They were smart about it, Vince. They played the four-corner frenzy exactly how they were supposed to. Studio 86 is your new NEOPro Tag Team Champions.
Not mine. No way.
Not mine.
This match.
I saw some footage and some video of this match. This is probably one of the only things I do know something about.
Okay, so first off, the match was great. This match was fire. Jaxie accompanied Matthew Taylor to the ring very unwillingly, it looked like, against her will.
Yes, yeah.
I kept calling her a traitor, and she kept looking over at me, and she said, "You don't understand." That's what she kept yelling at us. Beastman threw him at us. Vince. Like Beastman,
on our laps. Like on Amanda's.
Yeah, like
Brandon's
me and Amanda and Brandon and Lynn. We were all sitting there. He grabbed Matthew Taylor, fall away slam style, and went whoop and threw him right over the barricade, right under our laps.
Wow.
Michelle said, "Let me tell you, I thought Beastman killed him in. Like, threw him right on us, dog."
I saw a photo from the Ohibal Chief of
the selfie where Tony looks all creepy in the back.
Yeah.
Tony's just like,
enjoy that one.
Yes, kill him.
Oh shit. That shit's funny.
Real quick, because she's in the chat. I see she's in the chat. All right. Happy birthday last night.
What did you just say, Alyssa?
She said Matt Taylor is a fat monkey. But yesterday, Vince, was Alyssa's birthday.
Happy belated.
And today is Mother's Day. So happy belated. Happy Mother's Day. She yelled at me last night because I didn't see her sash. She had a birthday queen sash on, and she was sitting down, so I didn't see the sash. And then she yelled at me because I didn't say happy birthday. Sorry.
Yeah, you got called a traitor by a couple of the
NEOPro moms. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Don't you? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, they were upset. They were upset because we squatted in. I was there to represent. We were there. But this match was phenomenal. It ended up, Vince, Matthew Taylor throwing a fireball into the eyes of the Beast Man.
What?
Yeah. I missed it, man. I was
right in the men's faces.
Like, boom, fireball. Like,
the Gandalf?
What the fuck just happened? Like, crazy shit.
Harry Potter.
I have no idea.
Yep.
Like, it was wild. Matthew Taylor got the win. And then here. This is where shit gets real. We had intermission, yada yada yada, whatever. We come back from intermission and Dantevio's music hits, and he is supposed to, address Mega's Cole Johnson, as it says right there. But like I said at the start of the show, Brandon was with us and he was expecting an apology. The video's up. He apologized. He apologized, and then he tried to attack Brandon. He tried to attack Brandon. Yeah, we were there. It's Mega. We were there. You come into our house, you attack our family. That's not allowed to jump the ring at NEOPro. I'm not allowed to jump the guardrails at NEOPro if I get pissed off at Matt Taylor.
Man, I don't even know.
Nick and Dom will throw you right out.
Brandon had some guy with him, like as backup, dude. I never even seen dude before, but he had a mega shirt on.
Big dude.
Big dude.
Oh man. I wonder who it was. Wonder.
So
let's get some people off the streets now.
We'll see how this goes. I know that it ended with Brandon once again extending an invite to Dantevio to come to Turmoil on Thursday, and he'll have something for him. Were his words exactly. There he is. Look, I was physically assaulted after being asked into the ring. He was invited. Brandon was invited into the ring by Dantevio, and Dantevio tried to attack him. So, and like I said, Brandon said, come to Turmoil on Thursday. I got something for you. So we'll see if he shows up. He showed up to be a fan. The last time he was invited to wrestle, he didn't show up, though. So.
Right. He's been there as a fan, but he won't.
NEOPro Wrestling in the chat said, listen, he apologized and Brandon provoked him. I thought Brandon actually just said nothing to him. He was talking he was talking about. So he wasn't really talking to Dantevio. Again, it might have been disrespectful, but I mean, what Dantevio also did was disrespectful. So
very disrespectful.
I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if Dantevio shows up on Thursday. That's all I'm going to say. This match freaking cooked. This match.
Oh, the trash bag man. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Ryan Zane coming out. The trash bag. It was a little insane. It was this match was great. I got nothing bad to say about this match. Back and forth, Hayden and Zane tried to team up. Trey Lamar killed it. Trey Lamar ended up winning. I mean, triple threat. They ended up trying to involve Ryan Zane's trash can, I believe. And Trey Lamar, we see him all the time. He comes to the ring with brass knuckles on his neck. He ended up using them. He ended up winning. Great Lakes champion Trey Lamar, the very first ever NEOPro Great Lakes champion. So I'm excited to see. That means he'll be back. Trey always puts on a fucking great match. So I'm.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, here we go. So we thought it was about to come out. The Italian style music hit, and they started playing, and we were like, "Oh shit, it's time for Enzo." Oh! I forgot. Michelle, thank you. After the match, Trey Lamar in the ring celebrating his newly crowned Great Lakes Championship, Vince. Somebody slides in the ring. Somebody jumps over the barricade and jumps in the ring at NEOPro Wrestling. Somebody
They had
in
a
the
lot
hood.
of people in the fan.
Somebody in a hood attacks Trey Lamar. Pulls the hood off. Takes the mask off. Thank you. I know NEOPro. I see it. NEOPro said I skipped something. I forgot. I forgot all about it. I was excited about Enzo. Revealed to be the man we thought quit months ago. Christian Napier is back.
Oh.
And clearly he has his sights set on the new Great Lakes champion. He put Trey Lamar down and then stole his belt.
Like ran away with it?
Like took the belt and took off running. And ran out the revolving door. I saw Trey leaving the entryway, back to the locker room. He didn't have no belt. He is the Great Lakes champion. He is not in possession of the belt. Michelle said Vincent was filming it all. So Vincent, nothing I did see. Obviously Christian and Vincent always rolling together, always causing problems. Vincent was filming, so I'm assuming we'll see some footage of this at some point. But yes, Christian has stolen the NEOPro Great Lakes Championship.
Crazy.
Back to it. We had Enzo. We thought some music came. We thought it was going to be Enzo. Italian music hit. And we get NEOPro said they fled in a car before security could catch up with them. So we'll see what happens. We've seen, them do some heinous things together when they were back, in that one brand of that one color. So, but yeah, we heard the Italian music hit. We thought it was going to be Enzo, and out come the wise guys. Jimmy Hamilton and Gino DiCapo. And they're just yapping, yapping. And then the music hits. And the smack talker Skywalker comes out and just
strutting.
He killed it. It was everything that I wanted from it, right? He came out, he did all the WWE stuff. I'm a certified G, a bona fide stud. You can't teach that. You know what I'm saying?
He even hit Cass's spot and did the SAW, song.
Towards the end, at the end of the match. Yep. Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? He was like, I see there's two of yous and there's only one of me. I got a guy in the back. Let's have us a little tag team match. And he introduces none other than Joshua frickin' Bishop.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So Enzo Amore and Joshua Bishop versus the Wise Guys in a random tag team, that we never tag team match that wasn't announced. It was great. Look, as what I thought, obviously you see somebody like Enzo. We've all heard the stories, and I've heard multiple people say today that they are not true. We've all heard the stories that Enzo is full of himself. He's a jerk. He's an asshole, yada, yada, yada. We've all seen that kind of stuff, right? Everybody I've talked to that interacted with him yesterday was awesome. After the match, I gave up my seat there was a couple kids with the homie Chris and Jasko. And yes, he is the fourth rope champ. He had a belt on. Cash belt. It looked like a money title, like the $1 million title.
Yeah, it was like the $1 million title. But it had like a strap to it. It was
it was sweet. But yeah, I gave up a seat so like Chris and Jasko had like their nephews or kids or whatever they were. They had some younger kids with them. I let them hop over. There was a dude over here with his kid, and I was like, get up in there, man. Like he had his little sign, and Enzo signed, there's autographs.
Yeah.
And he was a great dude. Everybody I talked to from the meet and greet that said they met him at the meet and greet said he was top notch. So I didn't get to shake his hand or talk with him any, but he sure as hell fist bumped us on his way out. Said, thanks for coming, that kind of spiel. So signing autographs for kids, good in my book until I see otherwise.
Right.
Man. Good match though. It was a good match. Joshua Bishop got most of it. It was one of them where you feel like, oh, it's Enzo. He's going to take the shine here. He's going to get it all. He's going to be all about him. And it was not. He got him in. Joshua Bishop did a lot of damage. Wise Guys beat him up a little bit. Chris had his son, Molly had my kids. Caitlin said, and yeah, Michelle said he took his time with whoever he talked to. He was top notch. But yeah,
Cool.
Bishop played most of the match off until it was time for the hot tag. Enzo came in, laid a couple good moves. He body slammed Gino. He body slammed Tommy on top of Gino. Like he's our size, Vince. Like he's not a big dude. Enzo's not a big
he was not a big guy.
Yeah, he fucking picked up Big Tommy Hamilton like it was nothing. And then tagged back in Joshua Bishop. Joshua Bishop comes up off the top rope with the flying double cross body and pins Gino Da Capo for the 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it was a great showing by Enzo. I was really happy to have seen it. And then last but most certainly not least, the main event. This match was everything that they said it was. Jimmy Shane said he was going to make his moment. And he said it was his time.
Kept saying that over and over again. This is my time, my moment.
He once again fucking faked me out with a pile driver, that son of a bitch.
Right, man. I thought he was hitting that.
Never. He always plays me. They had some good spots. The Ashton's music hit, and I'm looking at Michelle's comment. Ashton's music hit, that's right. We're all standing around. We're waiting for Ashton to come out. We're all fucking standing right there. We're all megged out like that's our boy, you know? Jimmy Shane's in the ring. He's looking towards the entrance. He's ready to fight. All of a sudden, Ashton comes from out of the crowd. Ashton sneaks in behind Jimmy Shane with a kendo stick. These boys absolutely wail on each other. Both men at one point had a garbage can shoved over their head, and they would get beat with the kendo stick. It wasn't until the end when Jimmy Shane went under the ring to grab the sledgehammer where things got real.
Oh.
He was going to hit Ashton with this sledgehammer. Uncle Wilbur comes hobbling out, running at as fast as his little broke down leg can run.
He's still selling that leg.
He slides in the ring. He yanks the sledge away from Jimmy Shane. He takes out Jimmy, gives Ashton the opportunity to knock Jimmy down. He hands Ashton the sledgehammer. Uncle Wilbur picks up a chair like he's ready to fend off anybody else that comes down. And Uncle Wilbur hit Ashton Day in the back with the sledgehammer. I'm sorry. He gave Ashton a chair. He hit Ashton Day in the back with the sledgehammer. And then picked Ashton Day up. Said something to him. We couldn't really head it, but we saw him, mouth something to him real close in his ear. Hold Ashton right here by his hair so Jimmy Shane could hit the spear. Jimmy Shane then locks in a crippler crossface with the sledgehammer until Ashton passes out for the full 10 count. And your new NEOPro heavyweight champion, no shame, Jimmy Shane.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
That's
That's
his moment.
wild. That's his moment,
He made his moment. He called his shot Babe Ruth style and made it fucking happen. You love Jimmy Shane or hate Jimmy Shane, you can't not respect what he did here. Ashton tried everything in his repertoire, everything in his book, everything that's won him match after match after match. Jimmy Shane's been studying.
Crazy.
The turn of Wilbur is very it's Paul Heyman-esque, is it not? Is it not Jimmy Shane just pulled on one of probably Canton's most well-known advocates, somebody to teach him the ways?
I saw Wilbur almost storming out as much as he could. I saw him like right after the match. He got his stuff and he was just out of there.
I saw that too.
Whatever if it's a pairing, if it's something that he just has against, Ashton, what Ashton stands for, I don't know. But regardless, new champ.
New champ, Jimmy Shane. Congrats. He did tell us that he was on vacation. He would be watching the replay later on when he's on the beach. So, Jimmy Shane, congratulations.
Deservedly so.
You still suck for not hitting the Piledriver. And then last but most certainly not least, this coming weekend, RSW has returned. Your boys will all be in the building. Weekend at Parma. We got all kinds of good stuff. We'll run through it real quick. Zeke Mercer, Remy LeVay, Colton Quinn, and Mr. Harry Toothpick himself, JD Smooth, in a fire-ass four-way match. Christian Noir, I assume, will be getting an internet championship title shot against the new champion Vinny Maverick now.
Some big men slapping meat there.
Once again, the rematch. The Golden Boys trying to get those tag team titles back from the Feisty Boys. Jimmy and RJ at home. The Feisty Boys are on a run, bud.
Yeah.
Ashton Day, the Ultra Star, going up against Kryzak, the man who's been on a tear, absolutely tearing. And does Ashton losing in this last man standing match, does that affect his mentality going into Kryzak?
Never know.
I would think so, honestly.
The women's championship is on the line, and I will say that I believe this is Lexis Sin's biggest challenge to date.
I will agree.
Micah is a machine. Good luck.
Well, we just saw her up against Angel Metro, and put Angel through the work. So
So Lexis Sin's no pushover, but I've seen Micah do some destruction. And then I believe, that is not your main event.
Shit, my bad. Sorry.
Tony did it.
I was adding something.
I'm going to call it the co-main event because this match is just as big as the main event title match. Chris Onyx, Brazi Suave, and Cisco Sucio in a six-man dance against Colt Johnson and Bear City Vice.
This is about to go hard.
Obviously, Colt Johnson's going to come in here with some animosity towards Mr. Chris Onyx after what happened this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Vito and Norm, after losing their debut, I'm sure are not going to be happy. So Bear City Vice will have a big chip on their shoulder. But that's right. Bear City Vice versus the West Side Gods, Bobby says.
The West Side Gods.
And, like I said, last but most certainly not least, Theo Strong putting his title on the line against Matthew Taylor. You can just take that internet title off of Matthew Taylor's shoulder there.
Right? What's going to happen with this after what happened at the last RSW show?
Can Matthew Taylor lose one title and then the next show gain one more?
You never know, but Theo, I look way better in purple than you do, so.
This weekend, the American Legion Post 703 in Parma on York Road. Doors are at 6. Bell is at 7. You already know where we will be. Come hang out with you boys. And then on Sunday, there is PPW Red. I know they got a lot of surprises in store as well. Tim said it will be explained this Saturday.
There you go.
We will have explanation this Saturday from the boss man himself.
And I just got
boss Tim Cross.
And then
what you saw.
I saw Tony put it up, but yes,
there you go.
This Thursday, 8 p.m., will NEOPro Wrestling's own Dontavio accept Brandon Xavier's invitation for a match on Terminal? So we will see this Thursday. I mean, that'll be live on Mega Championships Wrestling's Facebook and YouTube pages. And we will be back with you. We'll be live on Saturday. Hopefully, maybe we'll try out something new this Saturday. I'm not going to speak on it yet, but maybe we'll try out something new this Saturday.
That could be fun.
Maybe we'll try out something new this Saturday. And, I do want to say I'm going to give my flowers to the security team this week at NEOPro Wrestling because there was a mishap. I'm not going to speak on it. There was a mishap. they corrected it immediately. They made, and if anybody was offended by the mishap, I apologize, but they made it happen. Michelle said she likes your captain.
Nah. And make sure he gets a little shine.
You got a little flowers.
Oh yeah.
How we get more views? Got to put the cats on.
Exactly. Next thing you know, I'm gonna do some tricks back there. No, I just want to shout out Tim, Dakota, and Russell down at RSW for letting me come down and work 2 days in a row. That was awesome. I had a great time. Happy birthday, boss man Laura at Harrison County Parks and Rec. Her birthday was just 2 days ago. I got to sing her happy birthday in the ring. And then besides that, Polly Kilpus. Shout out my boy, the Appalachian Oddity.
Oh yeah,
there it is. We love it. We love us some Paulie Kilby, that's for sure. And yeah, Michelle said, "Bless your heart, those bros were missed or pissed." I don't know if it's pissed or missed. I think it's missed. Yeah.
probably pissed.
But that is all we have for you tonight. We will be back with you next Sunday evening. Go out, support your local indie wrestling promotion. Come out to RSW if you're in the Parma area. If you're in the New Philadelphia area, get over to PPW at the New Philadelphia Mall. Support independent wrestling, man. Buy a shirt, buy an 8 by 10, get some cool merch from these guys. Just have a chat with them for a minute. But that is all we got. Yeah, no, 100%, dude. You'll never know. You hear some great stories, and you might have something in common that you never. Oh, Tony, do you have flowers, man? So you got flowers?
Oh. I always forget about flowers. To the moms, it's Mother's Day. Flowers to the moms.
Flowers to the moms.
Yeah,
bouquets of them, maybe bouquets
Yes,
of them. Thank you, Jill. Have a great night as well. Hopefully everything is going well with you. Yeah, that is all.
Yes.
Like I said, hopefully if something can pop off Saturday at the RSW show, if we can make something new happen, we will. Maybe pay attention to the page on Saturday night. We'll see. So, but for now, it is time for us to get to bed. Vince is tired. I'm tired. We all got grown people jobs in the morning. So
yeah, boo.
Let's get to it. Thank you guys all for tuning in. All the likes, and comments, and shares. We appreciate you all so much. Head over to Brainbusters and get yourself a t-shirt.
Later.